longest time, all the data that we're able to access tells us that the number one thing that keeps people from owning a hot tub is anxiety over water care. And I would submit it's also the number one thing that keeps people from using the hot tub that they already own. When we first got involved in the project of looking for sort of an automatic sanitizing system, it was really about, it started with the macro premise of how are we going to protect this water? We're worried about water, to be perfectly honest with you, and we believe that it's our responsibility to extend the water life. Water is the gold, right? It's the medicine, it's the miracle in what we sell here. But water's scarce. Water is a scarce commodity. And we've believed for a long time that water is going to be a heavily regulated commodity in this country, particularly where we are here in the West. But as these things go, as you know, once you start regulating somewhere, you start regulating everywhere. And when you start regulating things like water, it becomes much more limited. And we took a big picture view of that and said, gosh, you know, if the water is limited, what's the future of our industry? And unfortunately, when people that are in the regulation business, and particularly water in our case, might look at us as hot tub people and say, hey, you guys are water wasters. When the reality is, we're just very conscientious stewards of this very, very valuable resource that they're not making any more of. And so how can we extend the water life? So that was goal number one. The other benefit that we got from where we've sort of landed here is this system that we've put together puts truth to the term always hot and ready to use. We've used that term always hot and ready to use for 40 years. But the reality is it's always, the truth has always been it's always hot. And it's only ready to use if you've done something with the water in the past.
I think what's really important working here at Watkins is the idea of looking for the cutting edge things. You know, as an engineer, as a geek on that level, it's always looking to do the new next best thing.
Gosh, you know, I've never been so excited during my whole tenure at Watkins for a product launch such as the FreshWater Salt System.
This has been a long time coming. We've been working on this system for years.
Oh, this is more than exciting. It's over the top exciting.
And hundreds of meetings and thousands of hours and hundreds of data points later, we get to the end, and now we're here.
And every improvement that we've made is basically for the spa owner experience, to make it better, to make it easier, simpler, quicker, all these things.
This new system virtually eliminates that day-to-day or even week-to-week process that would prevent us from using our spa more often.
Consumers are asking for salt. They want the experience of soaking in salt water.
We've worked very hard to make this affordable, and we've done some very clever things to make sure that that comes about. But because it's affordable, more people can play.
The dealers that were on the beta, they were really excited about it as well. They were saying, please, let's make sure we launch this.
The real exciting part about this is it's working really good. It's been proven now for a couple of years of use as we develop and get ready for going to market.
The thing that excites me about this product is it's so easy to use.
Nobody wants a high-maintenance leisure product. So the idea that this is super, super simple and easy to understand and has very low risk.
Right, so we're taking away that, oh, it's this really big, arduous task to take care of their water.
If you've never owned a spa, you'll get this.
It's a cartridge technique. So everything these days is a cartridge. Your printer, you need a new cartridge, just snap it in, and it's done, you take it out.
FreshWater Salt System takes the place of adding a dry chemical to the water. To me, that's the big breakthrough. Because the reason we have to change the water periodically is because as you add dry chemical to the water, it goes into solution, and eventually that water is going to become unusable.
The other thing that we really like about this system that's different than some of the things we've done in the past is you can actually look somebody in the eye and tell them how long it's going to last.
You use it for 4 months, and then when it's done, you take it out, replace it, put the cap back on, you're done. You keep on going.
So there's no long-term care required, there's no long-term cleaning, there's no maintenance schedule on it per se. As long as you keep the spa water at our required parameters, it's going to just keep running.
It couldn't be easier. You get your water clean, clear, fresh for an entire year.
And it's so simple. I just keep saying that, but it's true.
10 seconds in and out, you're done. You use it, you throw it out. No cleaning, no fuss. It's just the next level.
Ultimately, what's really great for our dealers, it's going to drive sales. And for the consumers, it's going to make them happier and have less effort?
Is we know from the numerous consumer research studies we have done that there's a huge drop-off in retention for chemical customers. The average dealership loses about 70% of their customer base for chemical repurchases to the mass merchants of the world. So we know if we can provide our dealers with an exclusive packaged product that they can't get anywhere else, it's going to help drive that incremental business year after year.
In our industry, sort of having that stigma of us being water wasters and party people and that kind of thing, we're trying to change the mindset across the world.
The thought of just dumping your water every 4 months, it just makes me cringe. We're introducing something now that your water is going to last up to a year, even longer if you just take care of it.
We really believe that we are conserving water through the use of the FreshWater Salt System.
And we're trying to promote that our products provide a sense of wellness, not just for people, but I guess you could say now for water.
And I think one of the main or key advantages to our new system is how it's so integrated with our spa, our controller, and the spa itself.
A little more modern touch and feel, so that's going to make it more lively, like their technology they're used to now with the phones and tablets.
As this system gets put into each one of our models, they actually program the firmware specific to that model. So that system right out of the box is designed to work with that specific spa.
You know, I see it as like the go-to water care system, right? I want a spa. I want the simplest thing that I can do for my water care. And just the concept of being able to walk in, seeing a 3-pack of salt cartridges and saying, that's 1 year's worth of water care. Wow, I can just carry this out and I'm done.
And my family and I, we've been hot tubbers for years and years. This has been a game changer for us. It is so easy to use.
One of the ones that I didn't expect to hear was a lot of the beta customers now use their hot tub more than they used to, simply because of the salt system.
And one of the things we're adamant is we need more hot tubbers in the world. And if your hot tub is ready every day, whenever you want to use it, guess what the world's going to have?
And this is the biggest benefit are the people that are using their spa every single day.
And really get those wellness benefits out of the water. We want them to take their wellness from the water.
I like to say that regular use, in effect, allows you to defeat chronological age. And I believe that that's true. And if everybody knew that, if everybody was conscious of that message, we'd be selling a lot more hot tubs.